Good evening. Environmental groups are warning a number of protected wildlife sites in Kent are under threat from what they say is an unprecedented attack by the government on laws to protect nature.
Kent Wildlife Trust says 17 protected sites could have their status downgraded if the government goes ahead with plans to scrap EU law, relaxing planning rules for developers.
Well, the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, DEFRA, says it won't go back on commitments to protect the environment. But charities fear the government is putting profit before the planet. With more, here's Kit Bradshaw.
Butterflies dancing amongst the flowers in Blean Woods. Rare birds sailing above the marshes of Swanscombe. And seals sunbathing on the sand at Pegwell Bay. Wildlife wonders all on our doorstep.
So many kind of rare birds that you don't see anywhere else.
But it's specially protected habitats like these that campaigners say are under threat because of government plans to axe EU environmental laws at the same time as considering relaxing planning restrictions for new investment zones.
You can't keep building up on these green spaces, and this is an SSSI, which means it's one of the best sites in England. They should not be up for investments, for business, for money. They should be protected because nature isn't just this reserve. It's the air we breathe, it's the water we drink, it's the food we eat, it's everything.
This is one of 17 locations in Kent at risk of losing its EU Special Area of Conservation status. Campaigners say that would be a backward step in protecting wildlife and their habitats.
That leaves us just with the UK law to protect these sites. What we're seeing from the government announcements or the early indications we're getting around investment zones is that those investment zones can actually override those protections for sites of special scientific interest, national parks and AONBs. So we're really worried at a progressive kind of deregulation of environmental protection in favour of growth, which is something that we don't feel is mutually exclusive.
Some environmentalists say the fresh concern is born out of a lack of clarity from ministers.
We have a voice. We must raise that voice politely but forthrightly now and ask our elected representatives to change their minds.
A government spokesperson told us claims we intend to go back on our commitment to the environment are simply not right. A strong environment and strong economy go hand in hand. We have legislated through the Environment Act and will continue to improve our regulations and wildlife laws in line with our ambitious vision. Supporters of these much-loved nature reserves hope their fears are misplaced, but they'll undoubtedly be keeping a watchful eye on any potential threats emerging from the shifting political landscape. Kit Bradshaw, ITV News, Swanscombe.